Hi, I'm Kaylin, and I love talking to you about how to tap into the richness of life, which you really do when you get in the flow and you are living your life according to the law of self, or by what's really meant for you, what's right for you, what's meaningful to you. So in this video, I'm going to tell you that this has sort of been a topic that's been up for me because I've been taking a little time to myself after working really hard for a couple of months. I had to take some time off making videos because for my marketing firm, we were able to go in a new direction, and so I've been working really hard. So after working really hard, like I said, I've been taking some time for myself. And that has put me in this place where I'm hearing my little voice inside kind of thing. And if you've never had that experience, what that's really all about is it may be a voice, it may not be a voice, it may be thoughts that just kind of pop in. It can be different things, but all of a sudden, it's like you are tuning into yourself and your deeper thoughts and your deeper feelings, how you really feel, what you're really thinking about something. You know, if you think something that makes you happy, you know, whether or not it really makes you happy, is it something you want to continue to do, not do? It's nice because it's a point of clarity. And this is significant to me because one of those riches of life, and I think one of the largest riches that you can really experience or have, is the richness of loving yourself, loving your life, like just enjoying your day. What if every day, no matter what happened, was going to be a good day? You were going to feel fine, you're going to be in that flow of well-being, or maybe even a little sweeter than that. What if every day you wake up and you know that you're going to like yourself that day, and whatever happens will either be great or good? And similar to going around, if you like alcohol, with a drink in your hand, or if you like sweets, similar to going around having sweets all day. What if your day was emotionally sweet all day long? Like I said, to me, that's better than money, better than fame, fortune, because money, fame, and fortune can't necessarily buy enjoying your life. You only get one life, and this time around, right? And you really want to make the most of it so that at the end of the day, and certainly at the end of your life, when you put your head on your pillow, you're going to feel satisfied. You're going to feel good. You're going to be like, you know, I'm a good tired. It's been a good day, and I'm ready to let go of the day and close my eyes, and you know, but it's good. Like, I don't feel gypped. It wasn't a bad day, and I'm not mulling it over and this should have happened, or I'm not angry about that. Like, what if instead, just as if you've had that glass of wine or several, or that piece of pie or several, or whatever it is that makes a sweet day and makes you satisfied, makes you feel like I had my fair share, it was delicious. I'm okay with the day ending, and I feel good about it, and I can go to sleep sweetly and at peace. That is the ultimate richness. And so I've been having that the last few days. So I really like to be pragmatic, so I want to tell you how you can start to try to tap into that. So I've really already talked about it a little bit, but it's all about slowing down and taking some time for yourself. These last couple of days, I've really carved out the time and space to be in the stillness. If you've ever heard people who meditate a lot, spiritual teachers, talk about hearing that inner voice, they talk about hearing through the stillness or the quiet, hearing the sounds between the quiet. And what they mean by that is that you slow down and you stop running around doing all the things you have to do, which is hard because, you know, there's 100 things we have to do every day. Get up, make breakfast, go to, you know, take the daughter to school and go to work and take care of 50 things at work. It's hard, but when you make it a priority, things will shift because you're living by the law of self, and then all of a sudden taking that space works out just fine, or that space carves itself out. And so you take that space where you're not doing and you're not filling your own thoughts. Let's say you are a whiteboard And whatever you put on that whiteboard is going to occupy your energy as well as your thoughts and your feelings and certainly your actions. So if that whiteboard is like all the things you have to do at work, all the things you have to accomplish, all the worries, that bill, then your energy, your thoughts, and your feelings are all busy. But instead, if you kind of take a little time to erase the whiteboard and leave a little space and slow things down a little, then whether you're meditating, which of course is extremely beneficial, or whether you're taking a long walk, whether you are reading a book, whatever it is that you might be doing that's just slowing you down and allowing the whiteboard to be there, then all of a sudden other things pop up on the whiteboard. All of a sudden a thought pops in, or that little voice, and you sort of think to yourself, this was really important to me. I really want to spend time doing this. Oh, I have this dream or this priority. And then you just allow some of your own voice to pop up on that whiteboard so that the whiteboard isn't filled with the things that you should do, but it starts to get filled with you instead. And frankly, I really like to be as authentic and sort of be in the flow of my videos. So I might think about what I want to talk about, but I don't script them. So the whiteboard idea really just came to me, but it's a great metaphor. I'm really happy with it, and my cat's playing with his squeaky toy, so clearly he's happy too. I'll just stay in the flow and let him squeak through the video. But I really like that metaphor because it's a great metaphor for hearing that voice, because it's a great way to see that instead of worrying about that bill or that thing that's due at work, you leave some room for your own thoughts to come up on that whiteboard. When you do that, you are allowing yourself to be heard by yourself. You're allowing yourself to have your own feelings. And at that point, you have, like I said, more clarity. And when you have more clarity like that, you start to tap into what's more meaningful and important to you. And that means that after work, when you have maybe 20 minutes to yourself, instead of not knowing what to do, or instead of filling it with something else you're supposed to do, sometimes you might go, it was really important to me to go and read a book, or to go and, for me today, it was buy my daughter some new tennis shoes. It sounds insignificant, but that was really important to me. It's not a dire thing. It's not anything like that, but it was significant to me. It was one of those things that popped up on my whiteboard. So now I filled a little empty time with something far more meaningful, and that starts to change things in the universe, because I'm putting myself first. I'm putting those things that pop up on my whiteboard that are with me, about me, from me first, and it changes the whole landscape of life. It starts to bring some of that sweetness in, simply because you're being heard by you. You're allowing your feelings to come forward with you. You're allowing your thoughts to be valid instead of sort of not even being heard, instead of that whiteboard being filled with the things you're supposed to do. When you let that thought come forward, you're paying attention to yourself. I think this is also a great metaphor for giving you a good sense of how you don't give priority to yourself often, because you've got that whiteboard filled with things that you're supposed to do, and so you don't even hear yourself. Can you imagine, we get so mad, for example, at our spouse or our boyfriend or girlfriend kind of thing, or our boss, because we feel like they don't listen to us sometimes. But maybe now you're getting a good sense that maybe you're not listening to you. When you start to listen to you, you find that other people listen to you too, but when you listen to you, you start to really tap into that sweetness. Like I said, to me, this is one of the largest riches of life. It makes all the difference. So carve out a little whiteboard time for yourself and let yourself tap into that richness so that your life can be sweet.